cut off because I have a timer on my phone. And my phone cuts off at 11. So if you guys can come back over, I may have to go find my other phone to turn off the other live. And y'all can hit the like button and everything. I hate that though. So I feel like sometimes you need two phones instead of one. Especially if you got, because it's like when I go live on this, I don't know. I'll just wait for you guys to come back in. I hate that. Because I was right in the middle of a good story I was going to share with y'all. Hey, I'm sorry about that, guys. I have a timer on my phone that shuts off so I can go to bed and it won't disturb me. And I think that's what happened. Yeah, we back. I'm sorry, guys. That little thing on my phone. And I usually be asleep by this time. I'm usually never really up this late. So yeah, we back. Y'all hit the like button. So I'll just have to monetize this video because yeah. But I was saying that the 3 times that my dad was so mad at me. When I was in college, I was in love with this boy. Like he was like a fraternity president. He was tall. He had a car. Like when I tell you I was in love with this dude, I was in love with this dude. And so he was my first, actually. He was my first. But I played it off. I never wanted him to know that he was because I knew that he would use that against me. Because my dad would always hit me to the game. You know what I'm saying? Don't let him nigga get over on you. Don't never let him, I always let him tell you that he love you first. Then wait and see how he treats you. You know what I'm saying? Da, 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 da. Now, the boy was in love with me. He was in love with me. He was in love. When I tell you he was in love with me, he loved it me. We dated a long time. But in true Lucinda fashion, I got restless. And when I get restless, I start to wonder and want to cheat. Because my philosophy has been, it did change, but then, but yet I still was liking this dude. So anyway, baby, it got to a point where it got very intense. It got very intense. Like, it got to be where, you know what I'm saying, I'm asserting my womanhood. I'm being more dominant. I want to do more things out on campus. I'm not want to be the girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So much. I want to get out. So I'm meeting other guys. I'm seeing them in classes. What's up with that? You know how we do. We in class. We in school. I was a young woman. I was budding. I was fast. And I had all ass. But when I tell you I had none of this. None of that. I was a stallion. I was stacked like Dick'em Smacks. I was so fine, girl. I could stop traffic. And as I blow a kiss, girl, they would turn the butterflies. I was Now, what I let happen, I don't know. What happened to Dick'em Smacks? Dick'em Smacks done dug their way out, bitch. Dick'em Smack is dug, baby, because I done ate all the Dick'ems, all the Smacks, good. I done ate it all good. Baby, what I tell you, child. Why? But anyway, me and the dude start to fight. We start to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because when he hit me the first time, I spazzed. Before I knew it, I was a beast. And I had never really, really been a fighter except for one time before. No, the other 2 times that my dad had to jack me up. The second time, I was becoming a young lady, a little preteen. And I started liking boys. I started liking boys. And my mom had always told me about these friends and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I had loved it. All of my friends, because I was the only child, and everybody was going to be my bestest friend. And we was going to run in the sunset together. We was going to have a house side by side. We was going to have kids at the same time. We was going to have husbands. They was going to be best friends and all of that. I told myself all them lies. Girl, come to find out, girl, that, you know what I'm saying? The girl that was my best friend. She really wasn't my best friend. I ain't always liked that hoe. But she was my best friend's friend. So I had to like her. I would learn how to play the game back in the day because I was watching my mama. So it's the way you keep tiptoeing around here making me feel real. Marty keep tiptoeing around here, going around this carpet, and I don't like it. But girl, anyway. So she had long hair and she was light skinned. And I was my color and my hair was not as long. Okay? But I was a cute girl. And you know what I'm saying? My other friend was light skinned. So I was the dark one in the group. It was the 3 of us. So that started to kind of come up a little bit. That really started to surface in our friendship. And that's the reason why I feel like dark-skinned women and light-skinned women, why we still have this little dynamic between us. Because a lot of us did some real stank shit to each other back in the day. A lot of us was toxic as hell back in the day. Y'all know it. So, girl, my best friend been telling me everything the other girl been saying, baby, and it's been boiling up. Baby, I mean, back in the day, we used to have them notebook papers, used to have 3 or 4 or 5 of them fold together after you write a note. Baby, you done told your whole life story, and girl, and then you go put pictures with it, baby. We was passing notes like that. We had got to the point where we was like, fuck it, we finna fight. So, all right, bitch, where? We decided we're gonna fight in the field next door to my house. I chose the spot. So I done came home and everything, and then I thought, well, somebody said, when you go outside, make sure you take a knife. Somebody said, I don't know who said that, but that's what I heard. I did do that. Could have killed the girl, could have killed myself, could have been on the news. Here's the thing. This why daddy jacked me up. Anyway, whatever it was, we didn't fight. The neighbor came out. What happened was when I had it, I didn't have it down in my jacket right. So when I turned, it hit the ground. And then the neighbor saw it and called my dad. Yeah, my dad just jerked me up. He was so mad. He didn't even talk to me. My mom had gotten home before. They didn't call the police, but back in those days, they would call all the parents and everybody would come and, you know, people walking by. So my dad just walked up, grabbed me, and took me. I mean, girl. When I tell you I learned a lot from that encounter, because I know when he gets mad, that's what he does. But with that guy, I went right back to that. I went right back to those same ways. It just like, as soon as he hit me, I was like, shit, nigga, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't back down. I would not back down. I kept on, kept on. And the thing of it is that you gonna get put out of school, girl, because you around here acting like a thug with this ninja. This ninja probably already finna graduate and do what he got to do. You around here trying to pop off in front of your soror and stuff. Yeah, he know not to mess with me, but yet you still messing with him, girl. Just toxic, just toxic, just toxic. So when I was listening to your story, it reminded me of that. I said, Lord have mercy. Thank you, Jesus. I could have been just not getting out of prison. I could have just not been getting out of prison. And do y'all know so many kids now they making them wrong decisions and they are ruining their lives. Now, I could have ruined mine. God just sent the community and family, and when people saw it, they would say something. They would call your parents. You see what I'm saying? And your parents would get right on you. Girl, my daddy told my behind up. You hear me? That those times, and the third time that my dad spanked me was when I was little and I would not fight. Now, this is what reminded me of Kendra with her son. So we won't fight. We will not fight. When only kids will not fight at first until you ignite something in us, because we know that we all we got. So we will hurt you. We will hurt you. We'll go way too far, too quick. So, my mother told me that if I came home again, that I was going to have to fight her. She said, if you come home again, Lucinda, you will not cry to mommy. You will not cry. You will fight mommy. You will fight her. And y'all know my mama was Creole, Haitian, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So a whole lot of times she say stuff you didn't understand. I understood every damn word she said that time. With no mistake, I understand what she said. She said that if I come in that house again, that somebody else done whoop me, I had to fight her. That's what she said. And I know from experience, I ain't gonna never, ever, ever fight her. Because her is crazy. Her will fight me and he, which is my daddy. Her fight me, he, and anybody else, because her is crazy. Her is the reason why I knew how to get the knife to go over there and try to cut the girl if the fight went wrong, because her had machetes, knives all over the house. I grew up with them. So, I might need, Dad, I need to talk to you. Why would you whoop me about pulling a knife on somebody when there's knives all over the motherfucker? You married a knife. Your wife is a knife. Now you need to take that whooping back now, Daddy. Come to think of it, toxic environment. They around here raising me with all this foolery, and then thought I wasn't going to try to cut somebody. Hell, I was only a product of my environment. Shit. But anyway, them was the 3 times that my daddy ever got me up. Because I had bust this boy's, let me tell you, the boy was a pussy. The boy gonna call my daddy and tell my daddy that I bust the window out of the frat house. Why are you telling him? You know what I'm saying? Why would you call him and tell him that I bust the window out of the frat house? No, I did not bust the window out of the frat house. What I actually did was breaking and entering, because you, nigga, had this in the back. I knew that you had her because I seen your car going down by the quad. I know that I can spider monkey too. And baby, I spidered over there to the frat house. I hit 80 going around that curb and went around the back side and I kicked that window in. I'm so glad that you told my daddy that I broke the window. Because what you should have told him was that I broke in and entered. Then I went in there and got into a fight. Then followed the girl back on campus. Proceeded to kick in her door and snatch that bitch up by her motherfucking ponytail and commence to fucking her up. Because what you ain't gonna do, I don't care, bitch. If I don't want the dick tonight, I might want it tomorrow night. I ain't cleared it yet. I ain't told you yet he available. I'm going back and forth and getting that D. I'm going back and forth and getting that D. Low key, I'm trying to fuck his fat brother, but I don't want to know. So, bitch, when I tell you he available, he available. But since he was my first, you don't go around here fucking with him till I tell you hoes that you can. So I didn't go to jail that day. I stayed enrolled in school. But my daddy, he came up there and he snatched me up right off the steps of Hamlet Hall at the prestigious HBCU. My daddy got me snatched up like a common whore. And he said, fuck up one more time and I'm done. Yes. Yes, sir. You mean stop acting the ass? Yes, sir. You mean stop being up here embarrassing y'all and acting like y'all ain't taught me how to. Yes, sir. You taking the car? Here's the keys. Yes, sir. I just going upstairs and start on my homework, sir. Anything else? Call your mama. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Came with my uncle. My uncle drove the car. My uncle didn't talk to me. My uncle, he threw the keys to my uncle. My uncle got in the car, looked at me, and bailed out my shit. I just stand there like, girl, people got up off the steps. Folks started walking in. Security did not walk over. Security didn't even, I don't think security had even asked. I think he got a lawsuit. I don't think security asked my daddy for his ID when he came up there. See, he shouldn't have been able to come up there and grab me off of them steps like that. Somebody should have stopped him before he came around. I'm going to tell you something. You know what? I need to call my therapist because there's a whole lot of stuff that didn't happen to me. I need questions. You know what? My daddy shouldn't have came up there. He didn't have to do that to me. He didn't have to do that to me. I came to talk to y'all about something else, and now, girl, I am just traumatized. He took you back. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He took the car. He took the car. The car was something. See, that was the last car that my parents ever signed for me, because them jokers manipulated the hell out of me with that car. You do one thing them jokers don't want you to do, baby, they snatch them keys, honey, and talk crazy to you. But I needed that car. I ain't have shit on my own. Plus, that mama of mine is crazy. She'll slap me for real. So I kind of had to let them take them keys whenever they wanted to, because whenever I was late, because see, once I graduated from school, they gave me a chance to pay. They gave me a chance to pay later. But see, I didn't have to pay for that car. I had no responsibility. So, and I had been seeing people who've been struggling to pay car notes and be in school. So I knew I had it good. And one thing about my mama and my daddy, they was good to me. But if you piss them off, if you fuck up too much, they will cut you off and watch you suffer, baby. And won't know. And baby, when they say no, they mean no. So you can't, so you couldn't play that game with my parents. My parents, they loved me. They adored me. They were very supportive. But when they meant no, it wasn't no go back and forth. Because when you go back and forth with them, that's considered disrespect. And disrespect gets, you just get smacked. You just get smacked. Ain't no call, You just, what? So yeah. That's called good parenting. Of course. Of course. Of course. I appreciate that. She said that's why my mama got mad when my baby daddy bought me a car at 16 years old. Mama was mad as hell. Exactly, because when we're at that age, when we don't need them, we change. I can only imagine the person that I would have been if I didn't still depend on them. Because, honey, my little attitude, oh, baby. That's nasty attitude I used to have around that age. Didn't think none of my, oh, honey, I was a little musty heifer. I was a little musty heifer. She was asleep when I come home with that car. She woke up cussing. Yes. But see, she didn't buy it for you. She didn't buy it for you, so she really couldn't say that you couldn't get in it and that you couldn't drive it. I mean, she could fuss. She could whoop you. She could do all of that. But see, your mama then got a little bit older, so you know what I'm saying? For a car, you probably be willing to stand up and take a whooping. All right, mama. All right, just go on, just let her whoop you. Because you know you finna sneak out and get in the car. So, and she knew that too. So, see, you, ooh, child, if I had that situation, I bet I would be something else. The Lord know who, let me tell you something. The Lord knows who to give the families to. Because some of us, our families, our dynamics, we need to be with certain families. And some people, you can tell, miss good structure when they were being raised. Because our thinking, it's like our logic. You know, women with your father, you're going to get a whole lot of logic with your dad. With your mom, you're going to get a lot of nurturing, and so you'll become more empathetic. When you miss that good raising by either one of those, it can really, really mess you up, and really you can have some long-lasting effects. Jason, I hope I get you out of my channel because you being very inappropriate. Kickoff topic, what HBCU you attended? I went to Bethune-Cookman. All right, Bethune-Cookman. I went to Lane College. Lane College, Jackson, Tennessee, home of the Dragons. I'm a Laneite. Ain't nothing like graduating from a HBCU. We just love our colleges, and we just have that pride. You know what I'm saying? I love that for us. I love it. And I want that for all kids. I want them to be proud of their elementary school, their middle school, high school, and college and beyond, because it's just so important. You know what I'm saying? It's just so important. I moved out at 17. Mama used to kick my... I know she did. Yes, I pledged. I'm a Zeta. I have on my Zeta pajamas right here. My Finer Womanhood pajamas. I'm a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Yeah. Oh, you went to Jackson State? All right, Jackson State. What made me decide to be a teacher? My mom said I was a teacher when I was a baby. My mama brought me a chalkboard. And I used to have all kind of dolls and stuff, and I would sit them. when I went to nursery school or whatever kind of, I don't think it was like a daycare because I don't think I went to daycare for a long time. My mother worked at a beauty shop, and the beauty shop it was made onto a house. And so my godmother owned it. So she added on to the house. So I had a bedroom, I had a desk, I had, I think there was a sink. So I had my own little quarters. So when I was a baby, they put me in a playpen, I believe, and they kept me in the shop. And then I think when the state board would come near, then they would move me into that little baby room so that they would get a good rating. And so, but once I think I became like a toddler, I think my mother, because I was probably getting into things. And so my mother was very, very particular. And so, yeah, she did end up putting me in a little school. Yep. Yep. And that's funny that I brought that up because one of the girls at the church, she spoke to me last Sunday and she said, "Girl, your mama loved you." She said, "Oh," she said, "you are." You know, she was like, "Oh my gosh." She said, "I just can't believe that you're grown up." She said, "Your mama loved you." She said, "Honey, your mother," because most of their mothers went to my mother's beauty shop because you all, back in those days, you went to the same church, the same school, the same grocery store, because blacks in Memphis, you're getting ready to start going into sundown towns. So in the South, you got a lot of sundown towns. Kind of an unspoken rule. But in those days, what they were trying to do was put blacks into certain neighborhoods. And that was to keep the property values of other neighborhoods. So that particular subdivision end up having things. And so people who grew up in the area where my mother grew up and where people from my church are from, see, they all grew up together. And they couldn't go to the regular school because the churches sponsored and built Negro schools or black schools. Yeah. So I come from people who went to black schools. They didn't go to school with whites. So when the first people in our neighborhood did actually go to school with whites, it was very, very much difficult, I think, for our parents. I think our parents wanted us in black schools because they didn't trust. And so our parents were very, very proud when we went to HBCUs because they always felt that that's the way it should have been anyway. They just felt like we didn't have the proper equipment, but they felt like we had the best because we had, you know, they had good teachers there. And so that's growing up with that in our family. Something in me just made me just love teaching. It just made me love. I would just be at my blackboard. And my daddy bought me one and he put it up on the wall. He put it in my height. So if you go in our house, it's still there. If you go in our house in the hallway, up against the wall, there's a little chalkboard. And there's still a little piece of chalk right there. I told the guy, leave it right there. Because I used to, that's where, and it's just my gift. It's something that I love. It was hard for me because I went to school with mostly whites all through school. Did you? Did you? I did go to school with a lot of whites, but they integrated from another part of Memphis. So more blacks had started to come to the school. So my mother went to the Negro name school that I went to. Okay? My mother went to the Negro one. I went to the same school as my mom, but it was updated school. It was a real school. So they had started integrating a lot. So that school was one of the best top high schools, actually it still is, in Memphis now. That school is still there. And yeah. So I experienced whites a lot in elementary school, and then in middle school when I started to experience a mixture of more blacks. It was a little bit harder because some of them didn't think that I acted black enough, so I had to kind of blend in. And then my mother was involved in school, in elementary school, so people knew that my mother talked funny or whatever, and that she was kind of different. You know, she was the black and I'm proud, tight, bell bottoms, scarf to match the shirt, earrings, you know what I'm saying, with the big pocketbook, with the great big old car parked in the front, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, very much with all the drama, you know what I'm saying, like, I am woman, see me roar, if I don't get what I want, I'm finna turn this motherfucker out, you know what I'm saying, so, you know, you always kind of had to be like this because you ain't never know when she gonna pop out. So you learn to kind of get somewhere and sit your ass down because you don't know when your mama gonna pop out. Your mama just be all over the place. Your mama be all over the place, baby. But honey, she was fun though. She was fun. She was fun to watch. Except for when you was on her bad side. You on her bad side, baby, you be shaking in your boots. Yes, and the blacks acted white, child. It was rough. It was, yeah, I was a little bougie. I was a little bougie. I was a little bougie. I was one of those type girls. And it's just what it's just what our parents wanted. It's just the expectation. It's just that they repeatedly told you that you were going to be somebody, that, you know, failure was not an option. You were going to be this way. You were going to hold your head up. You are going to be participating in this. Let's practice this. You're going to do this. Like, this is, that is how we were raised. And yeah, we were bougie. We were bougie because I don't know what to say. I had a lot of white friends too, but I have always been true to myself. My mama used to say, you bring all these white folks on. I say, mama, she ain't white. Mama would say, if they ain't black, they white. Now, my mother and I had that dynamic. I never will forget when I realized I was black. My mother told me that I was black, and she would talk to me about white friends. And I would a lot of times, you know, my mother, even though I was an only child, my mother would allow me to have dialogue. And I'd be like, Mommy, that's not fair. That's not fair. You know, she's my friend. She's my friend. And Lucinda. Oh, Lucinda. What is this friend you say you have? The only friend you have. Your only friend you have is in Jesus. Huh? The only friend you have is in Jesus. You talk about this friend. You don't know her. Huh? Mommy is not your friend. And Mommy love you and Jesus. And that is it, your dad. No, go on. Girl, she'll dismiss the whole conversation. But then sometimes she'll let me come back. And you know, but girl, when my mama shut it down was the day I came home and told my mama that the little white girl had invited me to spend the night. My mama said, hell, Lucinda, hell no. I have not let you go to spend the night at any of your friends who are black. None of them, mommy. I will never, ever let you sleep in the house of a white man. And I was shocked and appalled that my mother said that. And that is when my mother told me that white men would hide and watch them walk to school. And they would chase them and try to sexually assault them. And one of them one day grabbed my mom's under her dress and, pulled her panties. She never got over that. She never, ever got over that. I think that sometimes she would just spaz and I would kind of step back and I would know that it was something that she needed to be free from. She needed to be free from that. You know what I'm saying? So when I think of fighting back and I think of that, that's where they come from. That's where they come from. That's where they come from. Because, see, there was no protection. There was no, you just trying to get to school. So y'all walking in a group. And it's far enough where Granny got kids at the house. So, they would walk with them to a certain point. But after they got older, I guess maybe they felt like they were going to be safe. So then people had to start riding in cars, taking turns. Because it's some sick things that have been done. It's some very sick things that have been done. And I know my mother is the age of some of y'all grandmothers or great-grandmothers, and some of those stories you probably will never hear. Those are the unsung stories, So I really hate that my mother went through that. How far are you from Bartlett? My stepdad passed last year. He has property there, so Mom and I went to drove there a few times, cleaning out the property to sell. Memphis seemed nice to me. Yes, I'm not far from Bartlett at all. Memphis is a nice place. It's just, I'm just going to tell you the truth of what goes on here, but, honey, when you got the faith of the Lord, you just get in and mind your business and you take care of your business. And if God says for you to move and to another community that's gated and all that kind of stuff, if that's what you want, you do it. If you don't, you don't. That's all I can say. Memphis is home to me. I love Memphis. I love it, love it, love it. My mama always wanted me to be myself. Daddy wanted that too. We never looked down on people. No, Now, my mother was, I would consider my mother a little bit bougie. But when it comes to looking down on, oh, no, ma'am. Oh, no. Look down on somebody. Look down on somebody and let my mama find out about it. Baby, she'll knock the out of you. Oh, no, baby. We shared. Baby, listen. Anything my mama could do for anybody. I remember her working in that shop long hours. Then I have to ride in that car. We over here bringing Miss So-and-so this. This happened in this family. We taking this. Baby, we were always there for anybody who needed us. So, no. My mom, I would consider my mother one of high expectations, a very stoic woman, but she was in the beauty industry. So, of course, she was going to be that way. You know what I'm saying? And they just had expectations. It's what they wanted, I like when you do your mom for. Girl, yes, look at you. White friends, but I always do. I was black. Yep, girl. And listen, when I started, and you know, white kids they will let you know that you're black. They will let you know that you're black. But my mother was always so prideful and stuff, so I was pretty confident in my blackness very, very early on. I was very much aware of black history, very much outspoken in like class and history class and social studies class. I was always very, very much outspoken, and that's why like my mother, because my mother loved plays and dramas, and she loved to talk about politics and stuff like that, because she would always refer to Haiti and what they went through and persecutions and stuff like that. So she really, really wanted me to be well-rounded and stuff like that. That was very important to her. Very important to her. She was almost obsessed with it sometimes. Your mother was a very wise woman for sure. Oh yeah, she was the best. She was the best. She really was, Mr. Pearl. Girl, when you told me that, when you told me that, I thought about that. And sometimes when I be listening to you, how you be talking about them, I said, you know what? I bet you it's quite a few Mr. Pearls out there. Quite a few. Because once we get to this age, around that 40 and 50, a lot of them from the military, they done retired. So you're going to be meeting a lot of Mr. Pearls out there. You know what I'm saying? They got good money, very good money. You know what I'm saying? And you think they're a really good catch, but they are very, very controlling. And I would not want to wait to my 40s and 50s to get involved with a man and then have to go through that. Like, I am just, my peace is too important. So when I date, non-negotiable, my hands not going on him, his hands not going on me. I'm going to have, that right there, I'm not playing with that boundary. I'm not going to be able to play with that boundary, because this young lady that we was just talking about, Michelle Montgomery, this baby just went to the club the other day. And then the next morning you finding her in the chopped up. I ain't saying that the boyfriend did it, but 9 times out of 10, y'all always know you're going to look at the boyfriend or a lover. But for somebody to cut somebody up, the mentality of people that's in this world now, we got to be very extremely careful when we dating these men. Like, we got to really get to know them. It's almost like you got to get a psychic reading, a credit report, a background check, a private investigator before you even kiss the joker. It's crazy. And then some of them, hey, T-Lo, and then a lot of these men been played with. They got some demons they wrestling with. And that's why they quick to hit on women. And a lot of them, see, at this age, they start to get jealous, especially like if you got more than him or you got the same than him. The dudes can have a nice house on the other side of Memphis, nice cars and everything. They'll try to talk down to me about what I got and tell me what I should do. You know what I'm saying? And like you can tell a lot of them be trying to want to slick be in competition with you. And you ain't even on that. You got to watch these men. Some of them are very, very, very hateful, but they'll portray like they love women, this and that. You know what I'm saying? It's some dangerous jokers out there. So you got to really, really, baby, you got to have them antennas up. But you can't have them up to the point where you're so mean and unapproachable to where no man don't want to be around you. So you got to be very, very much a lady. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, be peeping game. You know what I'm saying? You know. Because now you can't say, and I'm going to say this too, we're living in the times when we can't say everything we want to say to these dudes, because a lot of these dudes got their gun right there in their hip. Ours is in there, is in our purse. It's whoever gonna tell the story is the one who draw first. That's how you have to think sometimes. You on whatever he on. What I'm saying is, don't go out them doors not protected. Don't do nothing unprotected. Have you some type of emergency plan? Hey, air tag something with this, share location with that. Have your stun gun stuck here or something here under this couch cushion. I know he gonna come. We'll probably sit here. Let me have this here just in case something go wrong, baby. You gotta have you a plan B and C around here. And still at that, you can still be dead. You can still get dead. You see what I'm saying? Because, you know. So, y'all, ooh, girl. My heart just goes out. She said, T-Lo, LOL. Yep, I remember that you are from Memphis. Oh, yeah, baby. Memphis, Memphis, Memphis. Can we pray? I have one day left to live. Okay, we're going to pray. All right, and I'm going to block you because I don't believe that. What are your thoughts and opinions on foot jobs? I don't have no opinion. My aunt owned a salon. Said you was, oh girl, I love growing up in a beauty shop. I love growing up in the beauty shop. That was a perfect place to grow up. I loved it. I loved it. I became so just a lover of hair. I used to love to see my mom do hair. I mean, where your stepdad lived. Oh, okay, your mom was in that black and I'm proud era. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, because I was born in 71. So yeah, my mother, she was in that black and proud era. She and my dad, yep, they love stuff like that. They were members of the NAACP. I think I got a picture of my dad standing in one of those offices. I'm gonna have to show y'all my daddy when he was younger at one of those offices. Yeah, they were, cause you know he was active in church and she was. So yeah, they really were. I never really kind of thought about that, but yeah, I'm proud of them. I showed him your picture to see if he knew you, Lucinda. He didn't. Okay. Mr. Pearl. Mr. Pearl better know he better be careful because you ain't gonna play with him. But that's how you have to do Memphis dudes though. You gotta stand up and be willing to go all the way with them. You gotta stand up and be willing to know. Now, 9 times out of 10, he probably gonna shoot. So now you be naive going in some of these situations, argue with some of them without having you some type of protection because they believe, a lot of them believe in slapping women. A lot of them. Because Memphis is making easy mama and pimping hoes. You know what I'm saying? That's what Memphis means. So a lot of the dudes got that pimp type mentality. Or they daddies had it. Or they uncles had it. Because a lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying, like back in them days when I grew up, see, we ain't have to go nowhere for no fix your car and stuff. Like Mr. Earl and them would be right there. So see, my dad and them, you see what I'm saying? So it was a whole community. It wasn't like it is now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, dad and them would be on down and, you know. I couldn't really be around dad a whole lot though in those type situations because my mother was not having it and my dad wasn't either. So yeah, my mom and dad and them made me stay in the house a lot. You know, if they would be out, stuff like that, because they, I didn't like how they would do me sometimes. He's too old for his child. He's 59. Yeah, I don't know about dating guys. I think I'm going to have to be right on the age of 54, 55, 50, 56. Like, I feel like I'm going to have to be right on those ages, because to me, when I date an older man and he real set in his ways, I'm going to tell y'all, that last man I was talking to really turned me off, because he was like, yeah, my partner, he dated a girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was about your age. She was about your age, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he ended up mortgaging his house, and he ended up losing his house, blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, I got another partner, you know, this girl, you know what I'm saying? He went on and he got his retirement, he blah, 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 and he did this and he did that. And I'm like, so? What you telling me for? Ain't you gonna do the same for me? Ain't you gonna do the same for me, player? You ain't gonna bust it down wide open for me? You ain't gonna own me? What you mean? Well, I was thinking you was gonna do the same thing. I was wondering what day you plan on doing it. Like, girl, like, I be wanting to say sometimes, sir, what do you expect from this transaction? Okay? Now, you can give it to me voluntarily or involuntarily. Like, what this look like? Do this look like you ain't gonna have to pay a major bill every month plus an allowance? Does this look like that? Because this ain't what this is. Now, come on now. I really do be wanting to say that sometimes. Because it's like, why do we have to play this game? You know I'm not finna mess around with you if you're not. Now, come on, bro. Come on now. Don't let me have to make another hint saying, oof, this light bill is so big. Ooh. Don't let me have to resort to saying little things like that. Okay? Please don't. Because if I say it twice and I'm going to say it nice and you ain't going to offer up that cash, I ain't going to be answering your phone calls, bro. But once every 3 months. And that's on everything I love. Because I'm going to have to see if you willing to go through some trials and tribulations, because you ain't seem to be wanting to keep me out of drowning waters. Everybody got an emergency. You know, I was listening to this man. He was talking about, man, these women always got their hand out. They always got their hand out. Quit getting in our business, sir. And I'm going to need you to quit talking about this on YouTube, because it's people, hardworking men out there that's just getting home off the third shift that's listening to you. I don't need you putting that in their head. You know, my nerves. They always be telling something. Girl, you cannot answer him. You can't answer him. Well, wifey threw you away. I don't know why she threw you away, but, you know. I mean, you know. You happen to be in here, and this is how we're having girls talk, and this is how the girls talk. But now we're not totally unempathetic and mean-hearted and stuff like that, you know. But now, don't expect for us to be perfect little angels and to be, you know, with angel wings on our backs. Because when you go to the barbershop and when the dudes be talking about she busted wide open and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, when they be talking about us and talking they ish, you don't be saying that. So now while we over here talking our ish now, okay now. Now you ain't gonna come over here and do that now. You ain't gonna come over here and do that now. Because, see, I am the boss over here, and I have a paddle. And I will spank your butt If you come over here and start trying to tell me how to run my stuff over here, and I will spank you to the point where you would love it. You'll be saying, hit me again. You be saying, hit me again. And now then if you do it too much, I'm be saying, this nigga gay. Can I ask you a question? Have you ever had any type of homosexual desires? You can go ahead and tell me now. I will not judge you. No, I'm just saying. No, we can finish later. Let's have a talk. I'm gonna fix you a drink. Yeah, have a seat right there. Yeah, have a seat. Have you ever had any type of fantasy? Girl, I gotta know that. I'm gonna have to ask that very much. I'm gonna have to ask that very much into the into the everything. I'm gonna have to ask that question because I be wondering about some of these men. Hold on. Who's that? Woman always had their hands out. Always. Always. Now, always. Always. Now, as a man, you got to expect that. Always. And I don't like it when they even address it. Cause see, it ain't tricking if you got it. And so for you to complain about it, like I be listening to some of these little middle-aged little guys, and baby, they don't like that, honey. They be really, really talking against you know, they be calling it tricking and all that kind of stuff. Like, oh, but you know what? I used to have to put a dude in his place. He was the type of dude that he would gossip, but yet try to pretend like he wouldn't gossip. And I can't stand a dude that gossip. Girl, let me tell you. So we used to, you know what I'm saying, whoop the whoop round the way, you know what I'm saying? And then when I came back around the way, you know what I'm saying, he was available. I was available. He really wasn't my stilo the first time around the block. But, you know what I'm saying, opportunity. And so I was like, okay, you know, what the heck? And you know what I'm saying, like the vibe was chill. But he knew of another guy that really, really liked me. And him and this guy went to school together. Now, he been real cool with the dude all this time. He never told that guy that he and I messed around. I didn't either. Because I'm sneaky. But the fact that he never, ever admitted it to the guy made me suspicious of him, intrigued, and then it turned me on. Why? I don't know. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. I was going through a phase. I was like, he never said anything. Because, I mean, dude would be talking about, yeah, and so-and-so, and like mentioning his name, and I would be like cringing sometimes. Like, I be wanting to say, you know me and him, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you just quit talking about him? Like, the nigga ain't all that. You know, I used to be wanting to say that on the tip of my tongue, but I never would say that. Because I know that would have been very disrespectful. That probably wouldn't have ended well. Yeah, so I never told him either. So then, me and the guy broke up, and I really, really broke his heart. I did not handle that right. I did not handle it right at all. I handled it so very messy, and I regret it. Because he was a nice guy, and he did not deserve that. I totally... That's why I hate to think about the other guy, because every time I feel so bad about him. But he is married to a very nice looking lady. So the people tell me, some of the people want to be a little shady. And they say, you know. But then another thing was he had a kid. a young kid, and I don't really do young kids in dating situations. I don't really like dudes with young kids. I don't do young kids. Not after hours. It just ain't my thing. I don't do small kids. So yeah, I didn't handle that the best. I wish I had, because he was so nice. But I probably don't need to be associating, because because I get in trouble. I get in trouble because I use, nope. Stop being toxic. Stop being toxic. Stop being toxic. Because you about to do something nasty. You about to start trying to play games. See there, you need to go to work. Because you just had a bad thought of playing games. Because you need to quit taking that Macaroot. That's what's wrong with you. Do not start no mess on no phone. Do you understand me, Lucinda? Do not start no mess on no phone. Do not text nobody. Do not go in that bathroom taking no pic. Do not do none of that mess and get nothing started. Do you hear me? And I mean it now. Because you've been acting real crazy all day trying to work up to doing something that you ain't got no business doing. I'm trying to talk myself out to doing it, because I'm about to do something I really Our black men have always had it rough. That strength, though, I wish more of them would go to therapy. Yes, God. Oh, my God. I love therapy. If I meet a guy that's going to therapy, I'm probably going to marry him right there on the spot. Boom, boom, boom. I love it. 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 It's the best thing ever. I am so much freer than I was a year ago. I'm like a whole different person. I still struggle, though. I still have those low lows, like I had today. But you have to really, really know mental health is so important, and especially when you go through perimenopause and menopause, those different hormonal changes. A lot of times we don't have to suffer the way that we do. We just need to get to the right resources, ladies. If you have any type of depression or stress, anxiety, anything, try to... See, that's another thing that causes the stress is healthcare. Because, see, when you get in this age group, healthcare is such a I need money type situation. But, yeah, as soon as you can. And then if there are any free resources, try to take advantage of those. Yeah. It is hard, though. It is hard. Because I know I was getting therapy for free, but I wasn't getting it. Oh, yes, I was. I did get it for free. I did get it for free when when I first started taking care of Mom, I was getting therapy. And then once she started getting really sick, I stopped because I missed a couple of appointments, and then I didn't just follow up. So right after she died, I started back immediately with the free, and then I just transitioned and went right to the one that's provided for me. So I was really, really blessed in that sense. So I want to say, no matter what your income is, no matter what your circumstance is, it will, especially if you've suffered a loss, therapy is a great benefit. It's a great, great benefit. Great, great benefit. So I just have to say that each and every time, because I just want that message to get out. You know what I'm saying? She just... I'm going to have to have that because I don't know what you're talking about, baby. Mm-hmm. My mom said the same thing. Oh, yeah. Somebody said witchcraft. Spinning yarns. Spinning yarns. Witchcraft, what we talking about? I have an adult son, and I expect him to take care of, and provide for whoever he goes out there and get, as long as she treats him right. Yep, damn right. That's the way my auntie is. My auntie, that's what she raised my cousin, and that's exactly what he does. And he also takes good care of my auntie too. There. Oh, okay, kids on here. Oh, okay, let me see if I see any kids, because it's supposed to be no kids. Yeah, let me go ahead and get this. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get some of these comments out of here because these kids be on here. Hold on. Okay, you said I was one out there living the life, and I began to straighten out my life. I even got involved with clergy. She liked that. Oh, okay, so she likes something different. Well, that doesn't stop you from being involved in what. See, you got to follow your passion. So don't ever, whenever you are in that situation, don't ever stop being curious. See, when you start, it don't matter what she wants. That's a done dealio. If that's what you want, you continue in it. If not, find your other purpose. Damn her. Oh yeah, sorry about your loss, Nadira. Yes. Joe says always that one woman using it for the wrong reasons. Picking out vulnerable ones. Yep. In my opinion, couples should take each other equally. These times it takes 6 folks to make it. Yeah. Now I do realize that. Now I do realize that some people I do realize, now I'm gonna say this, when it comes to a real man who really, really provides as a woman, you'll spend, but if you're smart, that if you continue to bring in income, you can stack that and you can make more wise decisions that'll profit the whole family and everybody. But you do realize that if you got to have money saved up and have things worked out, so if he needs help or even to lighten the load for him, when you got a good man, it's not always about money. It's not always about money. It could be just, every situation is different. But, I mean, things have happened, and especially if that man has been good to you, honey, yes, you better do everything you can to be his helpmeet now. And I believe in working together, but yet I do believe in appreciating a man and making him feel like a king. You know what I'm saying? I do believe in that. I know I talk a lot of ish. I know I do. I talk a lot of ish, but I believe in it. The right guy, honey, I'll fold like a table. And be, yes. For the right guy. I just gotta still be smart. I gotta still look for those, have my boundaries, and I gotta still, you know what I'm saying? Make sure the Lord is covering me. All the things. But make sure I got something on the side, so if things don't work out, I'm always covered. So yeah, you gotta work together. Yeah, jealousy will have people missing out. You have desires, girl. So yeah, you have desires. Shoot, you have desires. You definitely have desires. And when you have them desires, a lot of times, especially when you trying to, the only thing about desires, they can get you in trouble, because when the flesh gets to taking over, you want something quick and easy. So you ain't trying to have no long conversation. You trying to get over with. And sometimes you can mix up with some real cuckoos like that, though, because you'll be thinking, yeah, I've been knowing dude for a long time. He's straight, da 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 da. And it's like some of these people, it's like some of these people are turning to somebody else once they get older. You know, I don't know if men go through like I guess they go through a crisis or something. Yeah, some of them can be kind of scary. Yeah. Yeah, we live and we learn. What's up? What's up? What's up? Fee. Fee is in the house, girl. Mimi is in the house. How you love? I know you got that, baby. I know you just be holding that baby. I bet you be just holding that baby like this all night long. Just holding the baby, cooking, everything. Child, I come over and hold him and hold him and hold him while he get that size. And I hold him for about 3 weeks. Soon as he get big enough to where he getting in the stuff, I'd be like, all right then. They be telling on you, and I don't be having nothing to do with. Yeah, they can be messy too now. These men can be messy now. Y'all speaking to Fee. Oh, okay. Okay, girl. Welcome back in. Yep. Fee is in the building. Fee. Yep. But Butter Cookies was saying that she has subscribed to her. Yeah, Fee in here laughing. She know I'm crazy. I pray for divine favor to rest upon you and your family, guiding you in every endeavor that you have and stored upon your heart. Well, I definitely received that. I definitely received that. She said, oh, what happened, girl? Let's talk about that Macaroot. I want a bigger booty. I about that. It didn't work. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some squats too, cause some of my butt needs to raise up. But Macaroot, it helps with blood flow. As you go through perimenopause, like you'll start getting like numbness in your fingers sometimes. So Macaroot helps with blood flow. Also, Macaroot, by helping with blood flow, Macaroot is going to help you when you get you know, it's going to help blood flow. So, and when you have good blood flow, you are, oh, honey. Oh, honey. Yes. That's what you want. That's what you want. So, yes. The only thing is, I have been taking it every day. And I was wondering, I was like, you know, I was like, Lord have mercy. Like, I'll see somebody, you know, or somebody will walk by and I'll get a whiff, or I'll be scrolling and I'll see something and I just be like, ooh, wee. And then I go on Facebook and I'll see somebody, or either they'll be there like my picture, inbox me. And, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. So what I'm saying is I'm going to have to slow down on that Macaroot, because usually I don't even be studying. I'll be like, pfft. But baby, Macaroot started making me focus a little bit more. And it could be because I need to go to work. But girl, I started like focusing, started going on Facebook. I started being like, I don't want to be on YouTube. Well, let me see what he doing. Hey, big head. What's up, big head? Zoop. Send the same one, about 5 of them. See which one gonna answer you first. Zoop, 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 zoop. Send them all the same message. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got my PJs on. I flat iron my hair. You know what I'm saying? I could turn y'all off and entertain me a nice little gentleman, you know? Whew, I'm just trying to I'm just trying to, I don't know why they keep on holding Kendra comments, probably because she said booty. Dress your little booty up and keep it moving, babe. But girl, I want it rounder though, Kendra, though. I think I'm gonna go to that girl. She can put that little cup suction thing on the bottom part of it, and she can suction it and she can make it stick out. Oh, they doing it at the thing where I get my facials. They put this buttocks thing on there, and they can circle out. They can round out. So yeah, I forget how much it is. I'm gonna find out and I'm gonna let y'all know. It's probably about $1,000. But baby, when I tell you, I might get that, especially if I like going like to a beach or something like that, and I wanna, especially if I really, really, really get my way down or really get my stomach down, I might get that. Cause baby, I wanna put on me if I can get that and put on me a bikini and have that bubble booty out there, girl, with my little girl. I could post me some pictures on Instagram, and I could be a thotty on Instagram like this. With a bikini on and a little wrap thing like this. I don't think y'all like my idea. But anyway, I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, a man in therapy is attractive, shows that he prioritizes his mental health. I want somebody that prioritizes their mental health because I want... Now, that's one thing I definitely... Now, therapy and stuff like that can be sensitive to certain people. I do not want to date a man that starts trying to throw that in my face or use it as a weapon. That's a clear non-negotiable. And I know that women have had that said to them by guys. That, oh, you just crazy. Oh, your ass going through menopause. Oh, geez. You know what I'm saying? Looks like that. I don't want any type of guy like that. I don't want any type of guy like that. If he is in therapy, I would be a little worried. I'm being honest, like, what's wrong? Okay. I think I would want to know. I think I would want to know. And then I would pull back because if you need therapy, what you don't need is a project because you're vulnerable. And so you don't want to have any type of attachment. You don't want to have any type of feeling. So you got to really, really protect yourself when you have gone through a loss or any type of trauma. You have to really, really protect yourself. So I do see your point there. I probably, if it was something that was where I felt like it was too heavy, I would probably bag back. If it was something like stress or, a little anxiety, yeah, I would be okay with that. But yet I would probably slow because I don't know how that would work. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm already in that situation, so I don't know. But I would want them to be sensitive to mine, because I just feel like it would take two people who are really, really, that could be very, very toxic, I think. And I feel like when there's so many Black people who are undiagnosed and they're suffering and they don't have to because they go through the stigma of therapy. I don't want to turn a guy off to feel like I'm being selfish, but to be honest, when you get to my age, you kind of know pitfalls before they happen. You just kind of know, and if you in a vulnerable spot and he in a vulnerable spot, it may not be the right time for y'all to get together. So before any feelings get involved, just go ahead and just go on. I think at these ages we know enough to be able to make those decisions. But communicating that decision, I don't know about that now. how that work. But yeah, that's a good point though, Kendra. Mr. Pearl kept hollering about depression, and I was like, I've been through this before. Yeah, because you don't want to be dealing with his. You know what I'm saying? If you've been through it, you don't want to deal with his. That's on him. You know, y'all ain't married. Thank you so much for the membership. Thank you so much. My warrior. Thank you so much for becoming part of the Lulu gang. I definitely understand that. It's and then sometimes I guess it's got to be a case by case basis. Some people who have been through it, they're sensitive. Some guys around our age, they may have lost a wife, and at a younger age, especially if they're a widow around our age, sometimes they make good mates because they are very, very much sensitive to some things that maybe they didn't do with the other relationship. They are sometimes good mates. Sometimes, but everything is such a gamble these days, you know. I guess we just gotta, well, ain't no guess. We just have to trust the Lord, you know, but we still gotta use good common sense, you know, and go for what you like, and what you don't like, stay away from it. Don't even do that. No deception makes marriages last for years. Congrats, Granny Fee. I love him so bad, my Lulu. I bet you do. I know you do, honey. Girl, if I had one, oh my God. Prepare to be sick of me, because every time I come on live, I probably had a little baby until he got too big, and then I'd be like, hey y'all, I wasn't in the chat, but listening. Happy Friday. Okay, it's Friday. Oh, okay, so it's Friday. That's right, Fee. And a new grandma, Fee, are you gonna have him call you a fancy name like Gigi or Meemaw? He's gonna be Mimi, Mimi. He's gonna be Mimi. I already talked about Macaroot is for blood flow. It's for blood flow. And so you are going to achieve a very nice when you use it. But now if you take it every day, you're going to be a lot. So don't do that. The hey big head text. Oh yeah, that's my I don't know how to say this without sounding vulgar. All single women have a group of ready available D's. Okay? We just don't access them because we know there is some foolishness attached to them for whatever reason. But all women, we got at least between 3 to 5 that we can call at any time and get a good whammon, if that's what we want. But mentally, depending on where we are, sometimes we'll do it. Sometimes we'll suffer a consequence because we did it. Sometimes we can do it and it can work out fine. But it's very, very risky because of how the world is. So now it's more of a thing of safety than ever before. And it is becoming a little bit more uncomfortable, I think, for us as older women to date, because it makes us very much unsure and very much anxious. I feel like I know I have to work on my tough exterior. So that's something that I'm working on. And a tough exterior is needed for my job, for other things, but it's not needed all the time. So as a woman that's navigating a new life, I have to know when to use these guards, right? And that's what you have to do. And that's what social media manipulates us in not doing, right? They either keep us overly anxious or in a spell. You know, you either on one side and you rocking with this person and you got a camaraderie, or you're fighting to the death. And I feel like the toxicity of it mixed with the other stuff that we be going through as women, girl. But at the same time, when we do see craziness, I feel like we do have to address it, because it be like, girl, I know y'all see this going on over here. Y'all know we got to talk about this now. I know this heifer ain't just said what she said over there on that thing. Did y'all hear the other girl? Girl, y'all, it be stuff we just got to talk about. And it is what it is. Yeah, I know he's so cute. He is so cute. Get you a regular bikini. They have some pretty ones out there that fit us nicely. Yeah, I shared one on my page last night by Shapewear. I think I'm gonna order that. Cause it has the ruching. Yeah, I think I'm gonna order that. I'm gonna order some from Shapewear with some little shapewear, because, you know, even though I'm losing, I still got just a little bit of this. I call it apron belly. See, I got this little part right here, and it has gotten smaller, but it's still there. So that's where muscle and stuff. I know it's fat, but I'm gonna have to tighten up muscles and stuff like that. So yeah, when you think of it in that and those terms, I feel like a swimsuit that would kind of, no matter what size I am, because, you know, you be eating and stuff like that, and you get into the water, you know, you don't want to be looking all crazy, because, and then a bikini, you'll be spilling out the sides, so I don't want that look. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking around, shopping around. Therapy should be private unless you're going through it together. Yeah, it should be, and it definitely would be for me, private. Yeah. I always meet the nicest men when I wasn't looking my best out in public. Yes. I have always met the best men when I'll just be whatever. And when I fix myself up, them dogs don't be studying me. If he's therapy, I think he would tell you up front. I think he would. Yeah, because I'm definitely gonna probably mention. Yeah. I'm gonna have to read them first to see, you know, if I get a sense that I don't want to share it with them, I won't. I just have to be honest. And I don't know unless I'm around somebody. It's like sometimes I get I don't know. Am I Jewish? No, I'm not Jewish. Why would you ask me that? I have been through the depression part with a man, and they can be so easily triggered by anything. I'm just not at the point I want to deal with that. Yes, I have heard that. I have heard that they are something else to deal with when they are going through. Yeah, I've heard that. I have heard that. And I'm going to tell you, when I was married briefly, that's how my ex was trying to be like, oh, I'm just like, if I have to work more than one job, I'm just going to be so depressed. You know, he tried to use that depression. I told him, I said, well, I suggest you get you a second job with some health insurance, because you're going to have to work a second job. Here, you're going to have to work a second job. I don't know what you thought. Yeah, I tried that. He tried that. That didn't work for me. And I hope that I don't hold that situation against the next guy that I date. Because, I'm going to be looking at you like, but see, I got to let that go. So, I got to let that go. But you right. Hold on. I got my other light. Y'all know these lights. I've been on here a good while, and these lights, they be going out. But this lighting is terrible in this house. So I definitely want to add a good light. This one, let me turn it down just a little bit. I can't see now because it's so bright. Oh, hold on. Because it's really perfect at this light, but I just need to turn it down. Yeah, hold on. Okay, there we go. I should have bought me some lip gloss out here because my lips done got so dry. My skin has been so dry, but I have been working on it with this cold weather. Like, I have been chapped here, but I mean, my skin looks good, but yeah, I've been real chapped here, like really chapped. Yeah, but other than that though, my skin has been doing pretty good. I'm proud of myself. There are so many people walking around needing therapy. I would respect mine going to therapy. I would feel they are taking their mental health seriously. Hey, Lou Queen. Yeah, Alex, I see your point. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I'll just have to be in prayer. And I just have to go with my gut, baby girl. I don't know, because every situation is different. Every situation is different. So I'm about to hide you, sir, because you talking real crazy. Kendra speaking to Alex. I heard it grows. Hold on. You say you heard it grows your behind. That's why I got it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and but you know, they got this thing, where they can plump out your behind too, this little machine thing. I saw it at the aesthetic doctor, and I was thinking about getting it. I already have crazy. I'm not. Yeah, I know that's right. Ooh, y'all, my battery going. Hold on. I'm glad to that we've been on here. We've been having a good. I'm gonna have to slant y'all just a little bit. We've been having a good conversation, y'all. Really good, because my battery went down, and I know I charged this phone all the way up, so that's really good. No community anything for me. Sorry, but she said I'm already half crazy. I'm not dealing with that mental shit. No, I'm not. We will both be crazy at this point. I feel you, Kendra. I feel you. What's with the 1950s glasses? I like this style of glasses. My mother wore these style of glasses. I love this style of glasses. I'm going to always have this style of glasses on. I like the color mixed with the color off my hair. I just love glasses. So people always come in here trying to talk to me, trying to tell me about my glasses. I like my glasses. Oh, somebody said these buttons are hanging on for dear life. Actually, it's not. Actually, it actually fits so much better. I want to show y'all. I'm covered up. But I want to show y'all. Oh, that I have really been doing good with my weight loss journey. I don't know if y'all can see. Hold on. Can y'all see me? Yeah. Y'all will turn down a little bit. Oh, I need to lift you up. Hold on. My baby been asleep. Hey, poo-poo. Yeah. So, yeah, I have lost. Yeah. So, no, they're not hanging on for dear life, honey. Now, this down by this hip probably is because these hips is big. But, honey, your girl is looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Oh. You see it. You see it. You see it. So don't be coming up in my chat talking crazy to me. Hell. Put my house shoes back on. I'm going to turn this heat up. It's getting cold as heck. My feet cold as I don't know what. Shoot. And I don't want to go out there on the fire. Okay, the firewood is all thawed out and all of that. But the patch right in front of the wood is just straight ice. And I'm scared, child. I'm going to turn this light. Oh, wait a minute. I can't turn this. Let me see if I can turn this one down. When I get to want to turn off lights, I'm getting sleepy. So let me stop. I mess around and get sleepy. I've been laid back on this doggone couch. It don't take much at all for me to get comfortable. When it's cold, those buttons hanging off of there like. Okay, that's what I said. Hey, what's up, Carson, the military? Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I tried to comb my hair and make an effort. Because I had been walking around here looking like a ragamuffin. I had been looking like a little ragamuffin, child. Let me see what in the deal. Oops, hold on. Okay. She said, ain't that the true ready-made? That's what I don't. Oh, yeah. It's free. It's free. It's definitely free. It's definitely free. It's definitely free. They speaking to Carson. Don't worry about your belly dressing. Yeah, I'm telling you. I got me some good shapewear. And honey, by the time I put on my shapewear, you don't even know I got it. I just know that now I'm gonna try to hit a weight goal. But if I don't, if I can maintain, I'm just gonna try to do what's best for my health. And whatever, because the exercise regimen is going to be key to maintaining. So I'm not gonna be naive in that, and knowing that I gotta make changes, and it's hard, and knowing that sometimes you'll fail, but I'm gonna give myself grace and keep pushing each day. And if I fail one day, dust myself off, try again. You know, I'm just not gonna give up. Thank you so much. I am not Aunt Esther. If you think I'm Aunt Esther, then, honey, you can't see because I know I don't look like no Aunt Esther, honey. Hello, y'all. Welcome in. What's up? Marshall, how are you, Eddie? I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. Yes, only when a relationship is serious. Yeah. Okay. Why not get something that you all could afford with having to work a second job unless the money just wasn't enough at all. It wasn't enough at all. And with the bills that he basically, what I felt like he was basically trying to say that once he got in to the marriage, this is what he was going to be able to bring in. So that's what I was looking for. And then that didn't happen. Then later on, where he said his expenses he didn't have, he comes up with all these expenses to where now, oh, I'm not going to be able to give you this much because I got A, B, and C. So that was the situation. And my response was, you going to be working from day and night. Because I don't give a damn. Because I got to have my so-and-so. And his thing was, why do you have to have this much? Because, and he knew how much my mortgage was and blah, blah, blah. That's where I messed up at. Because I told him, I'll never do that again. But see, he was living in my home. He lived out of town, so he moved in my home. So therefore, I wasn't finna play no games with him. With him moving in my house, Cause I kind of felt like once he moved here, I started seeing differences in him, and I felt like he was playing games. So I felt like, you know what I'm saying, he was going to try to come through, you know what I'm saying, boop to boop, she this, she that, she got this, she got that, You know what I'm saying? I didn't present it this, I didn't wind and down, that we didn't travel all over the world, all out the country, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So she feeling like I'm finna be, you know, Big Daddy Kane up in this junk. I'm finna come through, we'll stay at her house for about 8 months to a year until we get it, you know, whatever, and then we'll do, you know, that was the plan. But then when you got here, I'm seeing totally different. I'm seeing different signs. I'm seeing you move differently. So then my thing was, okay, you didn't effed up. So what you gonna have to do is have boundaries and see where this thing go, baby girl. If you see where you don't want to be in this, get yourself out of this. So you make sure he bringing in what he need to bring in, so you can start stacking your paper, because you going to have to get rid of this nigga. But see, I had already married him then. But once I started seeing how he was moving, I was like, this nigga right here, he ain't finna pull his weight. He finna try to play you. You better wake up, girl. Yeah. So, baby, I hurried up and got up out of that. I wasn't finna let that bring me down. I shouldn't have married him in the first place. You gotta get I don't want no drug dealer. I mean, why is that a drug dealer gotta have? I mean, it's lots of men that, a lot of people know how to manage money and have things. I ain't got to be no drug dealer. No, I don't have to be that way. At this age, I wouldn't dare want somebody to risk their life like that. See, I don't know about men. Women handle things differently, so I'm a little lucky in that aspect. Nothing is perfect, although. Yes, now with a female gonna make sure it's all, especially around your age group, Alex. Them females, baby, they be moving and shaking, honey. They gonna have the thut. So, baby, you ain't got no worries, honey. You ain't got no worries. You ain't got no worries. You look good. You're beautiful. Thank you so much for saying I'm beautiful. Same with my hands. I wash my hands so much. Yeah, my hand, yeah. Mine are dry too. All the autocorrect. Because they keep on holding your, you women should be ashamed. He said, us women should be ashamed. Men, y'all kill me when y'all come in the conversations and y'all hear us. Y'all hear what we got to say. When we say our girl talk and y'all be trying to say that we should be ashamed. We don't say that to y'all. Y'all be talking big mess about us at the barbershop and behind our backs. And we don't say that to y'all. Don't be sitting up here saying that. Oh. We could talk our mess just like y'all. What's up, Looney? That's what we doing. We talking our mess. But we meaning what we say, though. The yellow shea butter from the beauty supply store is raw and it is healing. Yeah, I got some of that, I believe, in there. I need to go get some and put it on my lips. My lips so dry. I got some. Somebody said Monday. Who said something about Monday? Them pajamas, 2 sizes too small, auntie. No, these pajamas are not too small, baby. I know when I sit, it does this right here. But I promise you, my pajamas are not too small, baby. You're going to have to rewind the video. Yeah, I had to show y'all, Lucinda, them about them buttons. Yeah, Chad, they say, you can say damn them. Yeah, I just want to get up and shake my ass, though. You know, I just be wanting to do that. I be wanting to get up. I still got thought tendencies. I still got thought tendencies. And every now and then, I just be wanting to. It's still in me. She said, babe, you have crazy sister. I'm hollering. How much have you lost, Lucinda? And there's no secret. I'm on the Wegovy. I'm on Wegovy. So I've lost about, I want to say 43 pounds. So yeah, I need to lose probably another 15 and get my muscle tone on up. But like melted ice cream sundae. Well, one thing about a melted ice cream sundae is that it is going to go straight down your throat. And I bet you'll be licking all the ice cream out, all out my ass crack. I bet you'll open my ass and make it like a racetrack. Zoom, zoom. Okay? I already know you will. I already know you will. So if it's melted ice cream you like, hey, who am I to deny you your fantasy now? Melted ice cream you shall have. Melted ice cream you shall have. Okay, Alex, you already know. I've been... Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Alex. I like your room decor, Lucinda. The colors go together nice. Thank you. Thank you. I like these colors. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be time to update soon. So we'll see what we come up with. My God, I see why you use so many filters. Let me leave this boring channel. Sheila, you love to come over here and fuck with me. It must hate, girl, you must hate to see how good I look. You've been over here before just really fucking with me. You love to fuck with me. Bitch, when I tell you, I look good to me, and that's all I need to look good to. I don't know what your problem is. If it's boring, goodbye. What's up? What's up, Tariq? What's up? What's up? It's Hunter Green. Yeah, they sure be trolling. They sure be trolling. Girl, we had just talked about Mr. Pearl, girl. Yeah, but I just if you think it's Saffron the Son and Aunt Esther, then that's just what it is, baby. I'm the best I'm the best Aunt Esther you ever seen. How about that? Yeah, I did. I wasn't ready for that, Kendra. I was not ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, Alex, that's basically what it was. Moving to a mutual place is our way. And my family told me that, and I'm gonna tell you what it was. He set up a scenario where the date when he was supposed to move, it ended up getting pushed up, and he ended up leaving sooner than expected. So that's the game that he played. So that's how it ended up being here, because it was months before the date that we actually had discussed, because the plan was for us both to be ready to go to somewhere else. I would have this one rented out, and all of that, and that was supposed to happen on down the line, but then he had to move it up because something happened. And then it was kind of where the situation where do you either want us to be together or not? So I kind of felt kind of pressured, and I just should have stood up for myself, but I felt like what the thing was, what I was focused on was I was trying to be married before I got to age 45 or something like that. I think I was trying to prove something to people, and I made a mistake. I made a drastic mistake. And so that's why I use in my hashtag sometimes, that teacher got no husband and no kids. I have to say that I'm one of them people that I'm just different about it. You know what I'm saying? It just got to be the right one for me. And when it's not right, I can't pretend. And I made the mistake of not sticking up for myself and not being truthful before, and it cost me. I don't ever want to do that again. I don't want to do it again because I knew that I was not marrying the right person. I knew that. I wasn't that naive, but I was in denial and I was trying to prove something to the world, like women do. You know, we think it's once by the time we get 30, if we ain't married, we be like, oh God. And it's not the end of the world. Live your freaking life. Live your life. Let it happen when it's supposed to happen. We just can't be still. We just gotta do this and do this and do that. And sometimes we just don't take time to listen. My family had told the same thing you said. My family told me that over and over and over and over again. But I was delusional. I wanted what I wanted. And I was not going to listen. So, a hard head make a soft ass. And that's what I got. That's what I got. But it could absolutely if he want. But that's what happened, Kendra. That is exactly what happened. I knew that, and I had always said that, but I didn't use my brain, sis, and it cost me. It cost me. Well, if I sound like a man, then you sound like one. Uh-huh. Yeah, they do. I'm just going through. I'm behind. Thank you. You should try. Girl, this is a sew-in, child. I'm gonna snatch his hair out. At this point, Lucinda, if my parents left me a home, the husband I meet will remodel and add on to my home, and it will become ours together. Now that is definitely that's definitely something that I would consider. And I'm actually thinking about doing that whether or not I get married or not. But definitely if I meet somebody who is willing to do that, I like that idea. I really, really like that idea, Kendra. I have actually thought about that. Mm-hmm. 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 Boss sense is the best teacher. That boss sense, honey. I knew I had no business marrying that man, girl. I knew it. Yep. Yep. No, I don't want to give it up. I don't want to give it up. But, I was just, at those times, I had different scenarios in my head. But now, uh, now I'm different. Now I be feeling different about the situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, shoot, hon. Ain't no telling now what I'll do and how I do it. Ain't no telling. All I know is I'm going to try my best to be as smart as I possibly can and make sure that I have something to leave the next generation in the family and live my life. Yep. Yeah, I definitely want to add on and remodel. So, yeah, it would be good. But I'm not even in a I'm not even with anybody now. So if that were to come along, you know, I would definitely consider all of that. But you just never know. I might not even get married. I may be single and just date. So we'll see. You never know. You know, you just never really know these days. But whatever it is, I intend to be as happy as I want to be happy. Whatever it is. If I'm single, I want to be happily single. If I'm married, I want to be happily married. That's what I want. And I don't want anybody that's going to take. I want somebody that's willing to build together. Girl, you know I be getting sleepy, good. I be getting sleepy. My body is used to it. And then I had this throw, and this throw is heavy. See, baby, And I got this pillow, and then I have my tablet right here, so I just have it like a TV. Girl, I lay on this couch and it'll be about 4 o'clock. Then I go stumbling into my bed. If it becomes a rental, it would have to be upkept. If you're there, you can. Yeah, now that's one thing about being a rental is I definitely want it to be kept up. So that's a lot to consider, ain't it? Being a rental. Lord have mercy. I got some thinking to do. Yeah, I definitely don't want to give up my house. I'm not trying to give up my house. I am not trying to give up my house. I do not want to. I don't. I don't. People. Somebody was saying something the other night talking about some troll or something was saying you could never. I said, honey, baby, I don't, baby, what you pay every month, I don't have them issues. Child, I'm not trying to be in no situation where I'm paying no big payment. I ain't got to have them issues if you don't get out of here. Peace and blessings, your channel. Hey, Jersey girl, hey. Hey. Yeah. Yeah, I done got tired, child. I'm just so busy talking. Never give up anything. No. I'm not finna give up my home. Oh, no. I'm not giving up my home. I was saying that we were that is what we were going to do. That's what our plan was. And it was something that I was really, really struggling with. But then again, see, I thought we were just kind of talking. I didn't know that he was really, really as serious as he was. So that's another thing that caused me a lot of anxiety because, yeah, I just, I moved way too fast in that situation. I made a mistake in that situation. And I'm so glad that it didn't work out because I would have ended up, possibly renting out my home and then, trying to get back in it. It would have been a mess, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what, God just covered me. At the time when I was going through different things, I was like, oh, Lord, why me? But when I tell you, I am so glad that it worked out the way it did. It was none but God. So, now, today, I ain't trying to give up my house. I ain't trying to give up nothing. I'm just trying to live a good life and enjoy my life. That's what I'm trying to do. So, yeah, I am not in that. I was about to make that mistake. Yeah, if it becomes. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Never give up anything. I see you. Hey, what's up? Who's that? Debo. Hey, Debo. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that was you know what I almost did. That's what I almost did. So that's why I was saying when I be talking about different experiences and stuff like that, of why I feel the way I feel now, because I almost made that mistake. And so I don't want another woman to ever, I want other women as they listen to me that they think things through, because I remember when people was trying to tell me and I wasn't listening. So I owe it to other women to warn them to be open-minded and to listen to family. Don't just be so stuck in your ways and so stubborn. Because a lot of time they be trying to tell us stuff for our own good, and we just be trying to, oh, I love him, we gonna be married, Just start thinking more logically. So I thank God that he covered me. Yeah, I would have lost and I probably would have, that would have just really hurt my soul to have lost my home. It really would have really, really hurt my soul to have lost it. So I'm so glad God said, Lord, let me save this girl from making these crazy mistakes. She just so trying to get a husband, and she just, Lord, let me send some stuff on down there so she can wise up. So yeah, the wisdom that I got, it has come through mistakes. It has come through mistakes. And I don't mind sharing them, because I do not want nobody else to have these mistakes when you don't have to, because I can tell you not to do it. Yeah, I have angels all around me. I don't want y'all making those mistakes. My uncle recently passed away. The home him and my aunt bought together, she's back in it. It's paid for, and he left her set to retire. Now today, if she wanted to, she let him live there. Okay. Well, that's all right. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. That is definitely the way it should be. I feel like that's the way it should be. You know what I'm saying? I feel blessed, for what my parents were able to do for me. But like if I were married, I would definitely expect and love and really, really be proud if I had a husband that provided for me during life and after his death like that. I think that really shows the dedication and the love that a man has for his family. I love to see women, especially black women. I love to see black women being taken care of by a man, especially a good black man. Because I just want to see black women that get it. Because that's what a lot of us have always dreamed of, having a really good man take great care of us and, living this soft life. And for a lot of us, it just didn't happen. And whenever we can see a woman that has it, we got to get behind her and lift her up. Because shit, we all ain't got to be, you know, on this floor of the club. You know what I'm saying? Because the aunties, we going to need our own floor, baby. Because we finna get out there and be, hey. Baby, we finna do, hey, did I wake you up, poo-poo? Did I wake up the mamas? Huh? It's a wokey uppy. It woke up from mamas. Huh? What is it doing, baby boo-boo? Baby boo-boo so sleepy. Baby boo-boo. Oh, baby boo-boo. She been so mad at me today. She been wanting to eat all day, and now she just is full. Huh? You so full. Come here, Marley. You don't wanna come and give me no lovies. You just wanna go to sleep. Baby Marley be getting her sleep, and she be up early in the morning, 5 o'clock every morning. She be run. I be like, girl, if you don't go sit down, run. And then she get mad. Oh, when I heard her get up, girl, Marley Lou be tripping. Marley, I can't believe you don't want to speak. Marley usually be in the camera. She don't want to talk to y'all today. Marley said she done got her some good food. Much love to you. Y'all have a good night, y'all. I had fun with y'all. I'm about to get my baby up, and we finna go and get in the bed. I'm gonna wrap my hair up, and then I'm gonna scroll on social media until I fall asleep, which probably gonna be in the next 30 minutes. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Bye.